This tutorial goes over how to install Anaconda on Windows. So first things first, we have to go to the Continuum Analytics website. This is where we'll download Anaconda. Okay? So we can either download the Python 2.7 version or the Python 3.6 version. Either version is fine, it'll just affect how you'll code in the future. Okay? So I'm going to click on the Python 2.7 version. I should also mention that I have a blog post that goes along with this tutorial. And this blog post will have a lot of useful links for, going through this installation process. Okay? And I'll go over the slight differences between setting up Python 3.6 and 2.7. Okay? So after Anaconda has finished downloading, we're going to click on it. If you get a screen like this, just click Run. Okay, we're going to go through the default installation process. I should mention that if you have admin privileges on your computer, it's nice to check this box because we won't have to manually add our Python path to environmental variables. However, I'm going through this tutorial assuming you don't have admin access. This will take a minute, so I'll pause the video and wait till it's done installing. Anaconda has finished installing. The next thing we're going to do is we'll have to test our installation. Okay, and the way we'll do this is we'll open an Anaconda prompt. A good way to do this is to use the Conda list command. So we can see that Anaconda prompt recognizes the Conda list command, so our installation works. Another good way is to open a Jupyter notebook, and this is how a lot of data scientists use Python through Jupyter. Okay, and if you want to learn about Jupyter, I have another tutorial on that. Okay. So the next thing we're going to go over how to add Anaconda and Python to your path. Okay, so you may be thinking, why do we have to add Anaconda and Python to our path? We can open a Jupyter notebook. Clearly Python is installed because it's recognizing Python. So one of the main issues here is that notice we used an Anaconda prompt instead of a command prompt. And one of the issues here is you can't use an Anaconda prompt for everything. And a lot of times people have a preferred, command prompt, or they want to use git bash or whatever. So I'll show you how to add Conda and Python to your path. So you can use Jupyter, Conda, all that stuff in any sort of terminal. Okay? So one thing we're going to do is we're going to open a command prompt. Okay. So if I just tried to open a Jupyter notebook here, it's not going to recognize the command. Okay. So the way we're going to solve this is we're going to first find out where Anaconda and Python are. So inside your Anaconda prompt, we're going to type where Python. Okay, so this is our Python path, and this just is something that we need to add to our environmental variables so that when we type in Python in a command prompt or some other sort of terminal, it needs to recognize it. Okay, so and then the next thing I'll do is go where Conda. Okay, so in order to finish this tutorial and to be able to use Python and Conda through your command prompt, we have to use the setx command, and this will just change our environmental variable. It'll change our path basically. Okay, so if you're not familiar with this sort of syntax, I should mention that in the blog post down below, I have the setx path syntax. Okay. 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 This first path that we're adding over here, this Anaconda scripts thing, you can tell that this corresponds to the where Conda command. So we're basically just telling our computer where the Conda exe is. Okay. And the next path we're going to add is telling our computer where the Python exe is. Okay. And if you're not very familiar with paths, you don't necessarily need to be. It's just good to know for, error checking and just for general knowledge. Oops. I made a typo here. I forgot to add Anaconda 2 because that was the path. Okay. I'm just checking to make sure this is correct. You could have just as easily copied and pasted from your Anaconda prompt. However, I can't on my Windows. Okay. Okay, everything seems good. I'm going to type enter. Okay. So in order for the changes to take effect from the setx command, you have to close and open a new command prompt. Okay, I'm going to type in Python version to see that the path was added. Okay, and then I'll type in, let's say, I'm going to go to my desktop and open up a Jupyter notebook. Okay. Okay. So now we've successfully installed Anaconda on Windows, and we've also added our Python path to our environmental variables. Please let me know if you have any questions. The next tutorial will go over how to install Git and Git Bash on Windows. Thanks. Bye.